for another day of we're gonna do tennis and soccer this morning. If you guys are here for the first time, make sure you guys like the video, make sure you guys subscribe, make sure you guys go leave a comment. All that helps the algorithm push my videos. I appreciate everybody that here rocking with me, watching this video. If you're here live or if you are here watching it after it's posted. Yesterday we came out here, we broke down the NHL slate, we broke down the MLB slate, we broke down the NBA slate. I gave you guys some bangs yesterday. Let's go recap over what I gave you guys yesterday and what I actually took for myself yesterday for NBA. We told you guys liked Portland to cover that spread, and yes, I know Wembanyama got hurt, which was a bad what's it called, an injury for him. But either way, we told you guys Portland would cover. One thing I did say is I thought Jason Tatum's rebounds was automatic at that point. Jason Tatum had 11 rebounds. I told you I liked his rebounds. And then yesterday, I told you guys the Lakers would win. I told you guys the Lakers would go out there and win game 2. I told you guys take it to the bank. Take the Lakers money line. Lakers went out and won the game. I also told you guys I liked the Utah Mammoth last night as an underdog, as an upset. Utah Mammoth went out there and the W. I told you guys I liked the under 6.5 for the Buffalo Sabres games. That one hit. I did like the 5.5 in the Montreal and the Lightning game, but that one barely hit over. So, and then let's go over, like I said, for baseball, I gave you guys an over, the over in the Arizona game. I gave you guys Milwaukee money line. I gave you guys a lot of different plays last night. So if you guys are not here, make sure you guys come back to all these live these plays. So now let's go over this tennis slate. I have about like 6 games to go over for tennis. I'm not gonna go over the whole entire slate for the WTA Madrid right now, just because there are so many games for tennis today. Once we get to that round of 16 or something like that, I'll probably come on here and I'll probably break down the whole entire slate for all the games. But right now, we're going to go about 6 tennis games. Then we're going to get into soccer. So first game we'll go over, guys. Elizabeth Conceição taking on Alicia Parks. Honestly, guys, this is one of my favorite angles on the whole entire slate. I like Conceição to win this game in 2 sets, straight sets. I think it's going to win 2-0. This matchup just leans strong towards Conceição's clay, her profile on the clay, especially red clay, over Parks. Parks is like very volatile on red clay. If you see that Conceição is ranked about 41st, Parks is ranked about 84th, but the bigger separator is that ELO. The ELO, if you guys don't know, it's a different rating system that goes by your head-to-heads, different things like that. Where Conceição ranks about 39, and Parks is like way below that, about hundreds. So it seems like just right now that Conceição is in better form, especially on red clay. That matters because the ELO is a lot more useful in the rankings for projecting this current level. And Conceição grades very well the 26th season so far. She's doing very great overall. From the style standpoint, Parks is very dangerous because she can serve big and shorten the points a little bit more. But on clay, the edge gets a little more reduced on your serve. Clay rewards players that can extend rallies, absorb pace, force extra balls, and that's what Conceição. That's where she thrives in. That is her wheelhouse. Even if the market shapes the same story, Conceição was a -250 favorite. The book hung -1.5 at a +105. That's why I like the -1.5 for her to win in straight sets, because I just think she's overall a better player than Parks, especially on red clay where she tends to dominate. So Parks has the first strike upside, but overall 2 sets on clay. I trust Conceição's consistency in the movement. I like Conceição to win this game against Parks, and I'm going to say she wins in straight sets. I'm going to say she wins 2-0. Now, guys, Rafael Joder taking on Jesper De Jong. This is probably the cleanest winner, even though it's a giant favorite. He's over there like -500, but he's a clear winner in my opinion. Joder just won the title in Morocco earlier this year, and I think it's Marrakech. I think it was Morocco that was in. So he's already a title winner this year. He's ranked in the world 57th, and this is not a small sample size. This guy's been playing very good recently. And when a young player wins a title and then steps into Madrid, that's kind of confidence in the conditions that he needs to move into here. And then we're going to pay attention to that. Joder is a -550 favorite on the money line, -4.5 games, and a 2-0 price. You can get that at a -182, which I like Joder to cover. I think Joder is just overall the better play. It shows him with his record on clay is 16-11 in the split view. So I prefer the 2-0 over the huge money line just because it fits more of a style of actually betting. If I had to make a pick, I would say the money line is probably the best bet to take that one on the parlay, because I do think Joder beats De Jong 2-0. When it comes to the recent clay results and the slate so far. He's at home in Spain. And I just believe he's going to win this game. So give me Rafael Joder. I think Rafael Joder. He's not Brazilian, so Rafael Joder is the side for today. So yeah, give me Rafael Joder. I think he wins in straight set 2-0. And now, guys, Thomas Machak taking on Francisco Cabezana. This, guys, I like this price on Machak to win in straight sets. He has a very solid profile first round of Spain historically. He had a recent great run at Barcelona. I believe he made a great run to the quarterfinals or the semifinals at the Barcelona one, where he has made a quarterfinal run at Barcelona, and he has a win over Francisco Cerundolo. I see right now. Then he lost Rublev in the next round, which I actually had a bet on Rublev, so I was happy that Rublev cashed that bet for us. But that just tells me his clay level is real right now, and it's not like a fake thing. He's doing really good. Like I said, over a master on clay and Cerundolo, and then he loses to Rublev. Rublev's a very good player. If you guys are here, make sure you guys subscribe. Everybody subscribe. Kamasana, I'm gonna say right now, he belongs on clay, so I'm not gonna blindly go and take the money line on Machak. I'm gonna pay a price. I'm gonna get that minus 1.5 at plus money. I'm not calling this one a lock, but the odds are very useful because Machak's only a minus 210 favorite, but the minus 1.5 for him to win straight sets is a plus 125. So I do like that a lot. I do believe he wins in straight set. Machak beats over Canciana. Kamasanyana, his clay is capable. He's very capable of winning on clay. But Machak, he's a stronger main tour guy at this level, and he's been better on clay recently. Like I said, a win over Cerundolo. Took Rublev into 3 sets, and he ended up losing to Rublev. I prefer backing him to win straight sets at plus money instead of taking a money line. But I'm going to say that Thomas Machak wins in straight sets over Kamasana. I think he wins 2-0. And now, guys, the next game we're going to go over is going to be Roberto Bautista taking on Thiago Tirante. Guys, I do think Tirante wins this game, but I just see so much value on plus 1.5 on Bautista. I think you can take this game to go into 3 sets because I think Bautista's going to get at least 1 set, but I think Tirante is going to end up winning the game overall. This is a very good value spot overall because you get Tirante at a minus 185 favorite on the money line. But if you guys look at the tennis abstract, the forecast, they gave Bautista the edge in 56.3%, and that actually matters a lot because when the disagreement in tennis extract goes against the odds, that's one thing you want to exploit. It does not mean that the model is always right. It does not mean it's for sure going to be a lock or anything, but it's respected surface based on the ELO system, which disagrees with the book. And I want to look at the hard and the underdog style on Bautista. The reason I did not go all the way on Bautista money line, I'm taking a plus 1.5 for him to cover that spread and win at least 1 set. Or like I said, plus money, plus 140, over 2.5 sets in this one. Just because Tirante is a legitimate clay specialist. Tirante is very good on clay. The market clearly respects that at a minus 185 favorite, but Bautista plus 1.5 at a minus 170 gives you protection overall for him to win at least 1 set and then keep on moving on. So I'm going to say the best bet for that one is I do think Bautista covered that plus 1.5. He wins at least 1 set. I'm going to say plus 2.5 on Bautista is a good spot, or you can take over 2.5 for him to win 1 set in this game to go 3 sets overall. Because I do believe Tirante wins the game overall. Tirante, like I said, is the favorite, but one of the more stronger clay-based forecast models actually has Bautista winning this match more often than not. So I'm gonna take the underdog spot. I think it's a good spot for us to take. Now, next guys is gonna be Townsend versus Boulder. This is probably the most 50-50 matchup on the whole entire slate for the women's. The odds is very 50-50 right now. The odds are telling you it's a pick 'em. Townsend, you can get at a minus 120. Boulder is even money around minus 110. Boulder's official WGA page shows right here that she's 13-7 on the season and has her ranked in the world 61. So it's not like the market was overrating her off of name alone. She has been in very good form recently. But Townsend, this is a very good matchup for her, I think, overall. This is a matchup base. Her lefty served, her net pressure, that awkward pattern she plays with, and can bother players who are more confident, who are more comfortable in rhythm. But because this is on clay, the market was almost dead even. If this was hard floors, I do believe Townsend would be a bigger favorite. But if I had to make a pick, I'm gonna lean towards Townsend just because, like I said, her lefty serve, the net style she plays with, she can make opponents very uncomfortable. And this was one of those matches where the price is too sharp to honestly go and say Townsend's a lock or anything. But I do like Townsend to win this game today. If you guys are here, make sure you guys subscribe. Right now, we're going over tennis. Right now, we're about to be done. We're gonna go over. We're gonna be going over soccer, the soccer slate for this morning. But my confidence ranking for a little bit more detail on all the games today. My most confident pick, obviously, is a minus 550 favorite. Is going to be Jodar. He's the best winner confidence because his recent clay title he just won, home setting in Spain, and I just like him overall to win. Second most confident winner is going to be Consueto. She ranks very strong over the world rankings and the ELO ranking over Parks, and the clay matchup favors her. I do like her to beat Parks. Third most confident is going to be Makach. He's stronger all around as a player than what's it called? Than Kansana. His recent clay form has been very well. Like I said, the quarterfinals run to the quarterfinals, beating against Surundolo, win 3 sets with Rublev. I do like him in this spot, so that's my third most confident winner is going to be Makach. Then Tarante. I picked him as the winner, but only narrowly because the model disagreeing with Bautista. I like the plus 1.5 on Bautista. I do think Bautista wins at least one set. And then my least most common pick is going to be Townsend. This is just a pure lean over anything official, guys. I just think Townsend's overall the better player, but on clay, this is going to be 50-50. So I'm going to say those are my most confident 5 in a row. Like I said, if you had to make a parlay, it's going to be Joder money line. It's going to be Consueto money line. Those two people parlay them together. I like that a lot. All right, guys. Let's get into the soccer slate. Let's get into this morning's soccer slate. It's going to be, we're going to start, we have, let me see how many games we have. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 games to go over, so let's start it over. Start from the beginning. Let me get my coffee because it is early in the morning. First game, guys, is going to be the Denmark Super League, the regulation group. Regulation group. FC Copenhagen take on Odense. I like FC Copenhagen to win this game. They've been playing really good recently, especially in this regulation group. FC Copenhagen is taking on Odense, and Odense is a decent team, but on the road against Copenhagen, I do believe that's going to be a bad matchup for them. I think Copenhagen's live to win this game. I do think they're overall a better team. I think Odense does score at least one goal, but overall, I'm going to say Odense loses overall, and I'm going to say FC Copenhagen win the game. I'm going to say FC Copenhagen win that game 2-1. I'm going to say, if you guys had to bet this one, I would say the over 1.5 goals for Copenhagen is probably the best for that one. Next game, the Norwegian Cup, Bodo Glimt taking on Oslo. Guys, I like Bodo Glimt a lot in this spot, but Bodo Glimt has been playing pretty bad recently, but a lot of those games are on the road. Now they're actually at home. One thing about Bodo Glimt, when they're at home and they get that home field advantage, they play on their type of field where they can go run up and down. Bodo Glimt plays very well, and I do like Bodo Glimt in this spot. I think Bodo Glimt honestly dominates this matchup. I'm going to say Bodo Glimt beats Oslo 4-1. And I'm going to say Bodo Glimt best bet for this one is the parlay piece is going to be the over 1.5 on Bodo Glimt because I think Bodo Glimt's going to dominate Oslo in this spot. Next game, PSG taking on Nantes in Liga 1. This is another game where I like PSG. I think PSG is a way better team than Nantes. Nantes is the bottom 3 team in the whole entire league. I think PSG is going to dominate them. I think PSG is just too good for them at this moment. They're going to want to get ready for their Champions League matchups coming up. So I'm going to say PSG wins this game. PSG is probably going to dominate. I'm going to say PSG win. I'm going to say 3-1. I give them 3 goals. Nantes maybe scores 1 because PSG's defense has been a little lax recently. I do think PSG dominates. I'm going to say they win this game 3-1. Best bet is probably going to be PSG to win the game and over 1.5 goals as a parlay piece. Maybe the over 2.5 goals with that one as well. But I like PSG a lot in this spot. Next game in the Turkish Cup, Galatasaray taking on, let's try to pronounce this one, Gençlerbirliği. I probably pronounced it wrong, but guys, I'm taking Galatasaray. Galatasaray, the Turkish Cup at home, they should be able to win this game. I think Galatasaray is going to come in here with 2 or 3 goals. I think, I'm just going to call them Gençlerbirliği. They're probably going to score at least 1 goal because in these matchups, teams like to show up, and they probably will score at least 1. Just with the talent gap that they have with Galatasaray, I think Galatasaray, like I said, put up 2 or 3 goals. I don't see Gerbi scoring more than 2 goals at all. I'm going to say Galatasaray win this game 3-1. And my best bet for that one is probably going to be Galatasaray over 1.5 goals on their team total because I like that one a lot. Next game, Denmark Superliga as well as Championship. You got Viborg taking on Brøndby. This is going to be a back and forth game, guys. I think Brøndby, in my opinion, is the better team, but Viborg is at home, so they're going to be playing very well, and they're going to come out here and they're probably going to dominate this matchup with possession. But one thing Brøndby's going to be able to do is Brøndby is going to be able to hit on that counter attack because Viborg is very open to that counter attack. And overall, I just think that Viborg, especially at home, they're probably going to score at least one goal, but they're not going to hold Brøndby going back on that counter attack very fast, and they're not going to hold them scoreless as well. I'm going to say the game comes out to a 1-1 draw. And if I had to make a best bet for that one, it's going to be the both team to score. I do like both teams to score in that matchup because I just think Brøndby and Viborg are going to be up and down type of matchup. Next game. England Championship, Middlesbrough taking on Sheffield Wednesday. This is a must win for Middlesbrough, guys. Middlesbrough's going to come in here. They're going to be able to win this game pretty easily. I think Sheffield Wednesday is historically one of the worst teams in the championship this year. I think Middlesbrough, they were number one in the whole entire league, and they fell off recently. But they're going to dominate Sheffield Wednesday. Sheffield Wednesday, like I said, historically one of the worst teams in the entire league. If you guys are here, make sure you guys subscribe. Everybody subscribe if you guys have not subscribed yet. But I just think Middlesbrough is just way too good of a team. I think Middlesbrough is going to come in here. I'm going to Middlesbrough win this game 3-0. I don't think Sheffield Wednesday gets on the scoreboard. I think Middlesbrough, with urgency, they must win this game. Better team at home. They're going to dominate this matchup. I like Middlesbrough on the money line as a parlay piece because I think they're just going to overall dominate Sheffield Wednesday. Next game, Premier League, guys. Let's get into the Premier League games. Bournemouth taking on Leeds in the first matchup. This has both teams score rating all over it, honestly. Both these two teams, very high-paced type of squads. Bournemouth likes to push forward. Leeds likes to hit on the counterattack. I think Bournemouth is probably going to end up winning this game, but Leeds, don't sleep on them, guys. They're a very good squad. They're probably going to come out here and they're probably going to score at least 1 or 2 goals themselves. But I think Bournemouth at home, with the pressure, with the speed they play with, they're going to probably put up at least 2 goals as well. I'm going to say my final score prediction is going to be a 2-2 draw. I just think this game is going to be back and forth the whole entire matchup. But I'm going to say both teams do score, so that's my best bet for this game. It's going to be both teams to score. I like Bournemouth and Leeds, up and down type of matchup. Now, guys, Burnley taking on Manchester City. Guys, I'm rooting for Manchester City right here. I think all of us should be rooting for Manchester City. We do not want Arsenal to get that title. Manchester City's going to go out here. They're going to beat Burnley. They're going to tie Arsenal for that title race, and it's going to be a title race coming towards the end. I think Burnley, yes, they're at home, but Manchester City is way too good for them. I think Manchester City's going to put up 4 with the urgency they have. I think they're going to win this game 4-1. Burnley's probably going to score at least 1 goal. I think Manchester City's going to dominate overall this game. I'm going to say the best bet for this one is going to be a parlay piece in Manchester City to win the game over 1.5 goals, or you can take a straight bet on this one, Manchester City to win the game and over 2.5 goals. I think Manchester City puts up 4. I think they're going to dominate. Manchester City win this game 4-1. I think they dominate this game overall. Give me Man City to win this game easily. If you guys haven't yet, make sure you guys subscribe. Everybody subscribe. We're going over to Soccer Slate. Next game, Liga. It's gonna be Barcelona taking on Celta. I think it's Celta Vigo. This one, guys, I think Barcelona wins this game pretty easily. I just think they're gonna put up way too many goals. I think Celta Vigo is gonna have to score at least 1, possibly 2. But I think they're gonna score at least 1. But I think Barcelona's gonna put up 3. They're at home. They're in great form recently. They're gonna be a high-scoring team like always. There's too much pressure for Lamine Yamal, Ferran Torres, Lewandowski, Rashford, Rafinha. They have way too many good players over there not to be able to put up goals. And I think Barcelona come in here, they're going to put up at least 3 goals in this spot. I'm going to say Barcelona win this game 3-1. Best bet for this game is going to be Barcelona to win the game over 1.5 goals as a parlay piece, or you can take the over 3.5. The over 3.5 is a good play as well. So I think Barcelona puts up 3 themselves, and I think Celta Vigo puts up at least 1. Now, next game in the Portugal League, guys. The Portugal Cup. It's going to be FC Porto taking on Sporting CP. This game, I don't know what to tell you about this game, honestly. I want to say it's going to be a 1-1 draw, but this game could come out the high scoring. I had 2 best bets for this game. I like both teams to score because I do think both these 2 teams with the urgency in the Cup final. I do believe, is this final? Let me double check. Is this the final? Is this the final? Semifinals, not the final. But even a semifinal game, I do expect both teams to come out here with a lot of urgency, pushing forward for at least to get at least 1 goal. I think this game is going to be a 1-1 draw, so I like both teams to score in this spot, and I also like the under 2.5 because both these 2 teams have way too good of defense not to come out here and score. So I like FC Porto, CP, Sporting CP, both teams to score. Good morning, Thomas. Good morning, Thomas. Doing this whole entire slate. We went over tennis, and now we're going over soccer. If you guys haven't yet, make sure you guys subscribe. Everybody subscribe. But yeah, I think Sporting CP and FC Porto come out to a 1-1 draw. I'm going to say the best bet that one's going to be 2-1s. Either you take both teams to score or you take the under 2.5. I like that it was a lot. I like the under 2.5 because I just think the defensive pressure for both these teams is going to be too much. So now, next game. We get into MLS. The last games on the slate, guys. Maybe Columbus Crew taking on LA Galaxy. I'm an LA Galaxy fan, so one thing I do is I watch a lot of LA Galaxy games, so I know how they play. And before I was a Galaxy fan, I was a Columbus Crew fan. I used to watch a lot of Columbus Crew games. I still watch Columbus Crew games. This is going to be a high-scoring matchup. Columbus Crew at home, a very good offensive team overall. LA Galaxy on the road, but still a great offensive team overall. But the one thing Galaxy do struggle with is defense. And the one thing Columbus Crew has been struggling with recently is their defense. And I do think this is going to be a higher-scoring game. I'm going to say this game comes out to a 2-2 draw. And my best bet for this one is going to be both teams to score over 2.5 because I do believe, like I said, a 2-2 draw, high-scoring game, a lot of shots on goal from both these two teams. I think it's going to become a high-scoring matchup. So like I said, 2-2 draw between Columbus Crew and LA Galaxy. Best bet is going to be both teams to score over 2.5. Now, next game, guys, Orlando City taking on Charlotte FC. Another game where it's going to be a high scoring. Both these teams have scored against each other. Both these teams have scored on each other 4 out of the last 5 games. Both of them, and 4 of the last 5 games, over 2.5 has hit. And it seems like these teams just know how to play against each other. Orlando City, very good offensive team, but they have a horrible defense recently. Charlotte FC, good offensive team, but they have a horrible defense. And when these teams have bad defenses, they like to exploit that. They like to take the over 2.5 in this spot. I like the over 2.5 in this game because I do believe, even if it's a 3-0 win for either of these teams, I do believe we're going to get over 2.5 in this spot. But I'm going to say my final score prediction is going to be I'm going to say a 2-1 victory for Orlando City. I'm going to say Orlando City win the game, but the best bet for that one is going to be over 2.5. And now, guys, the last game on the soccer slate is going to be Real Salt Lake taking on Inter Miami. Guys, this is another game where I do think Real Salt Lake gets on the scoreboard. But with Messi over there in Inter Miami, the current form he's in, this guy is getting in World Cup mode right now. They've been killing it off the offensive side. And Inter Miami, I believe, are going to put at least 2 or 3 goals in this matchup. But Real Salt Lake, the Inter Miami's defense has been giving up goals recently, so I don't believe. Oh, I might sneeze right now. Oh, excuse me, guys. But I do like overall Real Salt Lake to get on the scoreboard at least 1 goal. I think Inter Miami is going to put 3 goals. I can see a 3-2 game, but if I had to make a prediction, I'm going to say a 2-1 victory for Inter Miami. But this game can come out to a 3-1, 3-2 victory, a high scoring matchup. I'm going to say best bet for that one is going to be both teams to score over 2.5. All right, guys. That is going to be it for a whole entire soccer slate. I'm going to give you guys my most confident picks of the day for soccer, and I'm going to give you guys a free soccer pick right here. I've not posted my official picks yet. I will post that very soon. I'm going to say my free pick for soccer for today. Most confident picks. I'm going to say most confident real quick. Most confident picks are going to be PSG beat Nantes. Galatasaray put up at least 2 against Galatasaray. Middlesbrough money line. That's a lock. I don't usually say lock, but Middlesbrough money line against Sheffield Wednesday is an absolute lock. I'm telling you guys. I also like Manchester City to beat Burnley. In my opinion, that's a lock too. They win this game. They tie up for the title race against Arsenal. This is a must-win for Manchester City. And they're playing a team in Burnley that's the bottom of the half of the league. Yes, on the road, but they should be able to put up at least 3 goals and dominate this matchup against Burnley because this is a must-win. So I like Manchester City a lot. It's my other confident pick. And then Barcelona, I think Barcelona put up at least 3 goals against Celta Vigo. I'm going to say the best for that one's going to be the over 3.5. I do like that one a lot, but not a lot as much as the other ones. And then I'm going to say, and then I say Bodo Glimt. Bodo Glimt against Oslo at 9 a.m. I do like Bodo Glimt to come out here and score at least 2 goals against Oslo. So those are my most confident picks. And then if I'll give you guys a free play for today. Free play for today, guys, is going to be a 2-leg parlay with Middlesbrough money line. Where we're going to parlay that with. And then we're going to parlay that with. Should I go Manchester City or should I go PSG? Middlesbrough money lines for sure. The first leg. We're going to go Middlesbrough money line, and we're going to go with. Debates, guys. Do I trust Manchester City on the road? Or do I trust PSG at home? All right, guys. Yeah, we're gonna do it. Middlesbrough money line parlayed with PSG on the money line, 2-leg parlay for the most confident pick of the day. Free play, half free, guys. Also, I like Manchester City to win that game as well. But I appreciate you guys all coming here. If you guys haven't yet, make sure you guys subscribe. If you guys got here late, make sure you guys go rewatch this over, get my tennis predictions and a whole entire soccer slate. I'm gonna be doing these lives, like I said, every single day. When I get off of work around 2:30, show up again. I'll be going live again for NHL, for NBA and baseball. Yesterday we had it here. We gave you guys the Lakers money line. I told you guys the Lakers are going to win that game at underdog. We gave you guys Utah Mammoths on the money line. I told you guys Utah Mammoths would be the upset. We gave you guys the over in the Arizona game, Arizona Diamondbacks game. We gave you guys the Cubs money line. We gave you guys the under in the Sabres game. That one got greasy at the end. We gave you guys the under in the Sabres game. Alright guys, I appreciate you guys. Show up later on. Thomas, I appreciate you for rocking with me. I'll see you guys next time, and then I'm going to post my plays right now. If you guys haven't yet, go become a member at the Patreon page. The link will be down in the description of this video. Go get access to all of my official plays. Alright guys, appreciate you. I'm out of here.